thinking that if you just stay closeted and take your HRT and keep going into the world looking like a boy or looking like a man, that poof, there's gonna be a magic day that you cross the line, and it just doesn't work like that. Hey guys, it's Ari the dog, you already know what to call me, and I'm back with a new video. Today's video is gonna be about a common misconception. There's a group of trans women who believe this, and it's taking HRT until you pass. HRT alone is not gonna make you pass. Not in 1 year, not in 3, not in 5. Obviously, you'll begin to look more and more a certain way, but that alone is just not enough, especially if your goal is to pass. There is a common misconception amongst trans women who think taking HRT alone and staying closeted or boy moding until HRT makes you pass enough, they think that you can just do that, and it's just not like that. It's gonna be a really rude reality check when you find that you never really get to that point of passing on HRT alone. So first and foremost, let's talk about what HRT can and can't do. Essentially what HRT does is it causes changes to your physiology, meaning fat redistribution. You know, you grow certain organs, certain tissue. You know, your skin gets smoother, your skin gets softer. Those types of things. What HRT cannot do is change your voice. Just like your overall behavior, like there is a certain way to behave. HRT is not gonna give you the mannerisms, the behavior, the social cues, the pronouns, the name change. There's a bunch of key things that go into passing that goes way beyond HRT. Thinking that if you just stay closeted and take your HRT and keep going into the world looking like a boy or looking like a man, that poof, there's gonna be a magic day that you cross the line, and it just doesn't work like that. If you want to know more about what HRT can and can't do, I have multiple videos on my channel that go into detail about HRT at different stages. Additionally, HRT is not an instant fix. It's a marathon, not a sprint. So when you get on HRT, don't get on HRT thinking, oh, at this point I'm gonna pass, or at this point I'm gonna get this. It doesn't work like that. Some people, it takes years. Some people, it only takes months. Everybody's different, but HRT alone is not gonna help you. Okay, now we're gonna talk a bit about what is social transitioning. Social transitioning is when you present in society as a man. I'm using this in our context. So when you present in society as a man and you are beginning your transition, there's the medical transition and there's the social transition. The medical stuff deals with your body and your person. The social stuff deals with you going out into the world and how you navigate the world and how other people perceive you. There are certain things that can influence how people perceive you a certain way, such as your name, your mannerisms, your voice, your behavior, your clothes, your appearance, features. All these different things play a role into how you are perceived in society by other people. When someone usually goes through a social transition, they're usually changing up their wardrobe. They're usually changing their pronouns, changing their name, socializing themselves into femininity, adopting more feminine hobbies, you know. Social transitioning is your presentation towards others, yourself and others. Social transitioning builds your confidence as you make your way to the other side. Do you think you're just gonna pop these hormones, pop out a year later, and you're gonna mentally, like, it doesn't work like that. It's kind of something you have to work for. Passing is not something that's just handed to you. Even if you might physically pass, your personality, your mannerisms, your voice, anything else can clock you. And I'm not even joking. But social transitioning not only is the actual transition, but it builds ourselves into this new identity. Do you think you're just gonna go out the first day and be comfortable wearing certain things, acting a certain way, talking a certain way? No, you have to build up to that. And if you wait until HRT does the job for you, you're gonna clock yourself out. Like, your personality and just how you carry yourself is gonna clock you out more than any looks could. Social transitioning helps us align our behavior with our identity, which helps people perceive us the way we want them to. Social transitioning isn't just about how other people see you though, it's also about how you see yourself. You need to start putting in certain effort into things and working on your individual femininity. Social transitioning is gonna prepare you to be misgendered, especially in the beginning. The more and more you progress in your social transition, the more and more you are prepared to make that crossover. Transitioning is working on transforming yourself into who you see yourself as. All that male socialization, you need to let it go and re-socialize yourself as your new identity. By skipping the social transition, you are missing opportunities to build your confidence, to become more comfortable expressing yourself a certain way, but to also get more effective at it. Do you think I looked like this on day one of my social transition? No, but the more I stuck to it and the more I progressed in it, I just kept evolving. People are too scared to dip their toes into the water, but it's necessary. It's something you can't run from. And the longer you wait, the harder you make it for yourself, honestly. If you think HRT is gonna do everything for you, you're just setting yourself up to be disappointed. Now, I will say, I think people should do either or. Either you start your social transition the same time your medical, or you start your social transition a couple months on HRT. If it's not at the same time or a couple months after, I think you should be socially transitioning first, especially the younger you are. Like I said, medication can only do so much. You're gonna have to go and transform yourself into the person you want to be. This is not to say you aren't already that, but it's up to you what you do, but you need to be showing up every single day. Some days are gonna be losses. Some days are gonna be wins. But you cannot pussy out of this. You have to just go in and get it over with. There's no running from it. It's a traumatizing experience that builds you up and turns you into the woman you feel at heart. And it's like, you can also say fuck social norms. You can definitely say that, but don't be mad when people don't perceive you the way you perceive yourself. That's all it is. Like, you cannot be, let's just say, hypothetically, you're 2 years on HRT, you've had chest growth, you've had fat redistribution, your face is giving full. The first minute you open your mouth, clocked. It can be down to the way you walk, clocked. It could be the clothes you're wearing, clocked. You need to find out what looks good on you. To transition, it's not easy at all. Socially transitioning, not something you can run from, especially if you honestly want to live a successful life as a transgender woman. You need to social transition. You need to do what you need to do, but you cannot be hiding in the closet thinking 1 or 2 years later HRT is gonna make me magically pass. Do you know how many cisgendered people get mistaken for trans? This is cisgendered people. You, as a trans person, need to work on yourself to a point where you pass. Like, the hormones is not enough, because it's not even enough for cisgendered women. Not all, but some. The hormones is just not enough no matter what you look like. You need to social transition. Social transitioning comes mandatory, just like the medical transition. And if you feel like the social transition is not something you can handle, what's even the point? In all honesty, like, yes, you're doing this for yourself, but you're doing this so that you can live your life as yourself, as the gender you see yourself as. If your goals are to pass, there are some standards and some cues, there's all kinds of socialization you need to now work on the other side. Like, you need to blend in. This is not even just about blending in. Men and women are socialized differently. It shows. But yeah, I didn't really want this video to be too long. This video is just to debunk the idea that trans women can just HRT until I pass. It doesn't work like that, and I just wanted to add in my view on the topic. So that's all I had to say. So thank you for watching The Doll is Offline.